Hey, guys, this movie's old, man. Casey Affleck, the fucking
Adam's quips.
the uglier brother. Right? What are you even doing in this movie?
Hey guys, and welcome to a special bonus episode of the Up Real Life podcast. We're entitling this Real Recommends. And this week, we are recommending The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Directed by Andrew Dominik, starring Brad Pitt, Casey Affleck, Sam Rockwell, Jeremy Renner, Mary Louise Parker, Sam Shepard, Paul Schneider. Big cast in this one, guys. And that's what I mentioned. If you guys don't know, this movie is Tim's all-time favorite movie. My name is Scott Ellis, joined here by Tim McGavick. How are you doing today, Tim?
I'm fantastic because we just watched Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
Look at that shit-eating grin.
He's excited, guys.
I'm pumped.
Also here, Tyler Switolski.
Hi guys, great to be back.
Nice.
That's it. That's all. That's my intro. That's it. Yeah.
And joining us to round out our foursome is Adam Freeney.
So happy to bring everyone the first installment of Real Recommends. Hope we can continue to do this. Happy it can be Tim's magnum opus as well.
Starting up with a huge one here.
Yeah, so should we explain for the listeners what this is going to be?
Yeah.
So basically,
Sure. Yeah.
every once in a while, we're going to be doing a Real Recommends, which is a movie either the four of us haven't seen, and we're going to watch it for the first time and comment on it, or it's going to be a movie that one of us has seen that we love and the other three of us haven't, and that's why we're recommending it. So this week, I've seen this movie dozens of times.
Dozens.
I've spent days of my life watching this movie.
Dozens of times.
It's almost
a long one.
It's a long movie.
And
that's
my
a
favorite
big
movie,
commitment.
so I figured, you know what? These three chumps haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
So let's delight them with my Blu-ray.
Wow. Shots fired.
Firing shots off.
But yeah, this movie, released September 21st, 2007. Basically, it's the story of Jesse James, who is kind of a rebel, bandit, outlaw in the 1800s. And it's basically the last couple years of his life, I guess. I mean, the title kind of gives it away, the basis. It kind of sets the tone for the movie.
He does get assassinated.
You knew what was
Spoiler
going to
alert.
happen.
Yeah, spoilers, guys. So Brad Pitt plays Jesse James. Casey Affleck plays Robert Ford, who he was actually nominated an Academy Award for his role in this movie.
Yeah.
Didn't win, eh?
No.
Didn't win, just
Lost
nominated.
to Anton Chigurh, a.k.a. Javier Bardem.
Oh.
Is that
No Country
burned?
for Old Men.
Is that burned into your brain, Tim? Do you like?
No, I love No Country for Old Men. That was cool with the other one winning.
So you're okay with it?
Yeah.
I thought this was a Jake McCannell situation where he wants Eddie Redmayne's blood for
No.
stealing Michael Keaton's Oscar.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start off with some of the things we liked about this movie. Like, Tim, start us off. What made you love this movie so much? It's top
I
on
think
your list.
we might all have the same answer.
There's a
here
few
quickly,
things,
yeah.
but one of the most important is probably
One of.
that camera work
Yeah.
by Roger Deakins.
That Deacon's dough.
Every shot is
God.
just, it looks like a photograph, every
Yeah.
single shot, and then some are deliberately made to look like old-timey photographs where the edge is all blurred out, like you would see if you were looking at photos from the 1800s.
That's.
I read that he
Yeah.
was the first person to kind of revolutionize
Yeah.
and figure out that camera work
Exactly.
there.
So there's
That
that.
style.
You got Casey Affleck putting in a fantastic performance as Robert Ford. He's just nervous, and he's just a little bitch in this movie. But then
His smile.
you also both him and Brad Pitt's characters are both you hate them and you love them at the same time. Speaking of which, Brad Pitt also put in a award-worthy performance.
He was not nominated for this at all.
No.
Nothing.
Just, I think Deakins for cinematography was nominated.
Naturally.
Yeah. Which I can
How
definitely
could he
see.
not be?
Yeah.
He's the god
Yeah.
of
I mean,
cinematog.
The shots in this movie, just stunning, so beautiful. These landscape shots that were there, the way he framed the actors and scenes, and just the coloring of it and everything.
The widescreen shots, all the
wide angle shots.
Yeah, all the wide. It was gorgeous. All the forest
And the score too, as well.
Yeah.
The score's great.
Yeah, it's really good. There's that one kind of, I don't know if it's the theme, a certain theme when it cuts.
Yeah, one that replays
And there's a
lot.
narration.
Yeah.
It happens a couple times. I liked how it was consistent. There would be a scene, it would fade to black, and then it would cut to this same theme with some narration over it. And I don't know, I just like that they did that a couple times, and it kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
It fit nicely.
It's paced well.
And it just felt, to me, it felt like it was like a dream almost. Like the whole movie was like a waking dream. Like it was kind of melancholy and sad.
Yeah, I agree.
The whole time.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, since we already know the title of this movie, you know, it's that inevitability of the end that you can kind of...
It kind of hangs over every scene.
Yeah. That eventually he's going to get assassinated.
Which I thought, like, going into this movie, I thought that was really actually going to bug me a little bit, knowing what the ending was going to be. Like, what was going to happen. But that, you know what? Didn't at all.
When it happens, you're just as surprised as...
Yeah. I was like, this is it? Really? This is happening now?
Maybe they won't do it.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh my god, they're not going to do it.
Adam, I gotta ask your thoughts on this movie. What did you like, other than the things we mentioned? I mean, if you agree.
I agree with all of you. It would bring me pleasure to shit on this movie and look into Tim's eyes and crush his heart.
Watch a piece of him slowly die.
Watch a piece of him slowly die, but I can't do it.
You might not see Tim for a while if you do that.
Yeah, we agree on most things, and it's not my favorite film of all time, but I liked it a lot.
Good.
Fantastic.
Good. I realize it's not going to be everyone's favorite film.
Of course not, but Roger Deakins, what more can we say? The guy's king.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
His list of movies that he's done the cinematography for.
This
amazing.
year alone, in 2007, the same year he did this, he did In the Valley of Elah, which was a Tommy Lee Jones movie, which was actually pretty good. He also did No Country for Old Men, which picked up Best Picture. He did not win Best Cinematographer. He lost to whoever shot There Will Be Blood. Forgot who did it.
Wow.
Well, I can understand that.
Which is fair, because that movie is also gorgeous looking.
That's a tough year for him.
Yeah, I was going to mention, just speaking of the Academy Award nominations, I was wondering, like, what... I knew Casey Affleck must have been up for Best Supporting Actor because he was fantastic. He blew me away. I love him. He's a great actor. But I was looking into, like, Best Picture. Why did this get no Best Picture nomination? Then I was thinking There Will Be Blood.
Tough year.
And No Country.
Yeah.
But, and then I looked it up. The Best Picture nominations, there's only 5.
Yeah, this was before they implemented the 5 to 10 rule.
That's why, yeah.
Oh, so didn't even make the 5?
No.
Wow.
Because there's such slim pickings. Like, if you can only pick 5, right? If this was made today, guaranteed it would get a Best Picture nomination because they can go up to 10 nominations, right?
And I'm just looking in here in my memory banks.
Just remembering?
Deakins has never won an Academy Award.
You're lying.
Shit.
As an affront to...
That is honestly what is wrong with the Academy.
Let's lay out some
nominated.
movies here. He has shot the Shawshank Redemption, Fargo, Oh Brother Where Art Thou, Assassination of Jesse James, No Country, True Grit, Skyfall, Prisoners, and that's only in the last
couple years,
15 years.
Him doing this all by memory, incredible.
And those are just the ones he was nominated for. I mean, he's done a lot more that could have been nominated. Wow. I mean, he's doing the upcoming Blade Runner sequel. I know that.
Oh,
I'm not sure what else
exciting.
he has lined up, but I'm definitely excited.
Shot Sicario, which is up.
Yeah, Sicario. Wow.
He likes Denis Villeneuve, obviously.
Yeah, I'd like to see them.
Prisoners, right?
He did How to Train Your Dragon 2, apparently.
Awesome.
How is that possible?
Actually, Tim, you liked that movie, didn't you?
I haven't seen the second one yet.
Oh, okay.
The first one's great.
Yeah.
But Ty, I want to get.
Did we get a rating from Adam?
Not.
No one's given ratings.
Or are ratings yet? Okay.
I want to get your overall thoughts. Your
overall
likes.
General impressions.
Your likes, at least.
It was it was I really enjoyed it. I thought that I wasn't going to, but it was a little slower for me.
The 2-hour 40 time limit is a little daunting for some people.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
Disclaimer for the listeners. 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's a commitment for your afternoon.
It was really good though. It was again a little slower for me. Like usually I don't like movies that are this slow in plot, but it was good though. I enjoyed it.
All right. Yeah, I got to agree with everything you guys are saying. I think we should give our overall.
Well, do we want to touch on
reels.
any negatives? I know Tim has nothing to say in that department, but
This movie's flawless.
we can touch on negatives.
It is, Tim.
I mean, the one thing that stands out for me is it did seem to drag a little bit, but then the performances.
That's what I was
But
gonna say.
it equaled out though.
I mean, at a 2-hour 40 runtime, there were a lot of really long takes that's maybe not so necessary to get that same feeling, get the same, out of it. So it could have been edited down a little bit more, And I know I was reading up that there was a little, the editing process was more arduous than the average movie. They went through a couple different editors. I think one of the editors actually went over to Old Country for Old Men in the middle of it. Or no, There Will Be Blood.
Really?
There Will Be Blood. It was There Will Be Blood. So they had a couple editors in there to try and cut it down, and the studio didn't love his original cut, the director's cut of it, because it was so long, and they wanted more action. But yeah, that's kind of my only negative, really. It's just the length. It could have been edited down, but I didn't mind it. It didn't take me out of it, because the performances and everything else, cinematography, score, that all, hit for me. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't a huge negative for me.
No,
I agree. That's my only negative too. I felt it dragged a little bit toward the end. Like, felt like it kept dragging on and on. I don't know if it needed to be that long. They could have maybe trimmed the fat. I'm trying not to make eye contact with Tim. I don't want him to strangle me here.
Tim's ready just to start smacking you around.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, it was a little meandering, but no, overall, I loved it. I've a few more positives I could bring up before spoilers, because they're not spoilerific. That train robbery scene.
Oh,
yeah.
Holy shit. It reminded me of, like, in the original Jurassic Park, the T-Rex coming.
Yeah.
That's like when he puts his head down to listen to Brad Pitt puts his head down to listen to the train tracks and sees, like, the rocks start to shake. Just the way Deakins, like, presented it, or I guess the director also.
Yeah, both.
And just you see it coming, like, turning. You see the light flooding in.
The lights going through the trees. That was amazing.
Yeah. And Brad Pitt, like, silhouetted.
Amazing silhouette.
I don't have the words.
Like, bills around him.
Yeah, and the
flawless.
Sparks as it's stopping, like the sparks and the smoke, just everything just created such a beautiful scene.
Just all the guys in the trees standing there, and, like, you can see, like, the reflection of all the lights from the train,
like,
just
the silhouette
lighting up their masks. And it was a gorgeous.
Yeah, they're all pulling up their bandanas, ready to go in. Incredible.
Great start, because that was pretty early on. That kind of
that really
set the tone a lot,
got me fired up.
I think the other performance that gets left out a lot is Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
As Charlie Ford.
Well, I love him and everything.
Unwitting kind of brother/partner of Rob Ford. He did a fantastic job in this movie too.
Rob Ford.
Robert
Ford.
Yeah.
I don't want to make any connections to the former mayor.
He's got enough allegations.
He's got enough on his plate right now to deal with.
Yeah, he was great. He brought his own, Sam Rockwell that is, he brought his own kind of take on the role, and you could see Sam Rockwell in putting himself in that role.
A lot of squinty-eyed laughing
from
Sam Rockwell.
A lot of really awkward laughing too in this movie.
There is
nervous laughter.
Really tension-filled scenes where the characters are just trying to
laugh it through the next scene. But
I actually felt like one of those characters at the moment when Brad Pitt decapitates the snakes. I was like, Jesus Christ, that was intense. It's a bit much there.
And Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, we haven't even touched Jeremy
Renner. I had no idea he was in this movie.
Me neither.
Smaller role, not a huge part of it, but
pleasant surprise.
Yeah, he was good in it for sure. Yeah, definitely enjoyed him. Any other things we want to mention?
Brad Pitt's coat.
His clothing, man.
Yeah.
His whole, like, aesthetic.
Just dressed in black, he looks like death.
Yeah. I took a mental note of that when he is showing up. This is kind of spoiler. Should we rate it and get to the spoiler section?
Yeah. Do you have anything else we want to say?
Because what I'm about to say is, like, I can't say it without it being a spoiler.
Let's give it our rating. Let's start. You know what, Tyler? Let's start with you. Let's end with Tim on this one.
All right.
Why? There's no mystery there. 6 out of 5.
No, you can't do that.
No, I know.
You're not allowed to do that.
Tim's gonna break the rules. This is his baby.
If so, we're going back to King's Men. I'm changing mine.
Oh God. Okay. Sorry.
So keep that in mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a high 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Reels, obviously.
Reels.
Tim
your
choking
first day,
back
Scott, you know
tears.
exactly what I was talking about.
Tyler, have you enjoyed being on this podcast?
I'm going to pack my shit and get out.
I hope everyone enjoyed Tyler. I have a feeling
he'll be himself out.
He'll be mysteriously edited out of this, I'm sure.
Tyler, what Tyler? Tyler never existed on this podcast. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never met a Tyler before.
Really?
We'll forgive you.
Forgive me. What?
You're forgiven.
Oh.
No, my rating isn't all that different. It's a heavy one. Real.
Heavy one.
No. I'm going with a light 4 out of 5 reels. Very thoroughly enjoyed it. Above average, borderline great film.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it consistent with you. Light 4 reels out of 5 for me. Like you said, it was definitely worth a watch. I enjoyed most of it, but light 4 out of 5. I think that's fair for me.
Cool.
Tim?
I've been tricking you guys this whole time.
Oh.
Heavy 2.
I hate this movie.
I'm kidding. 5 banger.
You can't. I killed
5 banger. No surprise there.
Is this your first 5 reeler handed out?
Probably mentioned on the show. Probably
mentioned.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Old Boy.
Old Boy's not a 5. No.
Okay. All right.
Ooh. Let's get into some spoilers then.
Spoiler section. Let's take the gloves off here.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, do you mind if I
jump right in?
Go right into it.
When he's going after the band breaks up, if you will, when he's going back to not Timothy Oliphant, as I call him.
Gary Dillahunt?
Yes, Gary Dillahunt. Just like his presence when he comes in, it's like the first thing I thought, like the Reaper, like Satan.
He's come knocking on your door.
All black, comes and sits down with them, just like he's the harbinger of death.
Yeah,
Literally,
Gary Dillahunt's just like sweaty and pale and so nervous that
he's a wreck.
Jesse James has made this trip out to see him.
Takes him out to pasture, ends him, and just
like Old Yeller takes him out.
Yeah.
Every time in that black fur-colored coat.
So he's going to be doing some shit.
He was so well cast too, because Brad Pitt like epitomizes that like badass, just cool, kind of smooth figure. Especially the juxtaposing against Casey Affleck, who plays the like cowardly like snake perfectly.
Yeah. The opposite of him, basically.
Yeah, just the polar opposite.
Yeah.
Like it was great contrast.
But yeah, any other scenes you want to talk about?
Spoilerific scenes. I have something that's not a spoiler.
Go for it.
I noticed like all the shots of Casey Affleck admiring Brad Pitt from behind the skewed glass, and like just the images of Brad Pitt's face being altered, just showing how he's like a broken character. And then the shots of Casey Affleck, it's all like a metaphor for how like this is how he sees this like demented, skewed vision of his.
Like he used to be able, like growing up, Rob Ford was like obsessed with Jesse James, and once he actually like gets to know him in person,
right?
Really, like his vision of him gets distorted, and that kind of.
That's the word I
say like never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I personally didn't see. I didn't see him as being able to pull the trigger. You know, I saw him like as he's walking around the house, taking off his finger, like trying to like mimic like that. And he's sitting in his bed, smelling his freaking pillow, drinking out of a glass he used. I didn't think he'd be able to pull the trigger.
It's essentially like what you would do if you're at Robert Downey Jr.'s house.
Well, obviously, yeah, but I'd try to capture him, keep him in a cage somewhere.
Right,
that way he's mine. No one else can have him.
I feel you.
That's me.
I feel you. We can all relate to that.
Yeah. Oh man.
I would do that with Leo D.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't think he'd be able to do it though. I was very surprised when it was him that did it. And did Sam Rockwell actually pull the trigger or no?
No.
Okay.
Question.
Rob Ford.
So Sam Rockwell delivered like no shots or anything?
No.
He had his gun pulled, but he didn't
pull
the trigger.
It's funny, like I find myself feeling bad for Brad Pitt, but really he is kind of a scoundrel.
Yeah.
He's not like a good person.
He also wasn't a maniac though. He also didn't go out and just like wreak havoc on everyone,
He did almost suffocate that kid with his bare hands.
Okay, we'll give him that one.
That was ruthless.
Like
toilet kid
covering his mouth, beating the pulp out of him,
Where's
and
Jim?
trying to get an answer out of him.
Where's Jim?
That's not going to work.
Where's
Come
Jim?
on, give me Jim.
Where's Jim?
I want Jim.
Yeah, but like just left a pit in my stomach watching how much joy Casey Affleck got from going and writing down on the piece of paper at the sheriff's department, like I killed him, and then handing it in. You might want to keep that one. It's just gives you that like sick feeling.
So what do you guys make of Jesse James removing his guns? Which he never took off ever.
Yeah.
My biggest question of the movie, like, am I an idiot? Like, what did I miss? Like,
I think it was almost, if you look back to the scene on the lake where he asks Charlie if he's contemplated suicide before. I mean, it seems like Jesse almost wants a way out of this life, and he notices that he reads the newspaper article that tips him off that Rob and Charlie have been lying to him, and then he goes in the room, takes off his guns, turns his back, and he's like, kill me, but if you're going to kill me, you're going to look like a coward because I'm going to be shot in the back of the head.
Yeah.
With no guns.
Wow.
Without my guns on.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way Jesse James is going to get taken down, is if someone just
if he lets
cowardly sneaks up on him.
Yeah.
Shoots him in the back.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Wow. And like it even, you see like the payoff of that when Robert Ford is like a drunk in a bar, people singing songs about how he's a coward.
Yeah.
And people heckling him on stage, throwing food, saying, "Coward!"
It was like almost like preserve his image for the future, like Jesse James, to kind of plan it that way.
Yeah.
He probably knew at that point that his time on Earth was limited. So
he knew he
picked
was
the
fucked,
best
right?
way for him to go out on his own terms and to kind of cement his place in
Which is like how the movie ends, right? It juxtaposes Jesse's death, which was like celebrated in like a positive way. Like people were like paying money to come see him, like see his body displayed, and then at the end, spoiler, obviously if you're still listening, Rob gets shot, and then the narrator just goes like, well, no eulogy
was
came
given.
to see him.
Like,
no one cares
came around.
that he got shot.
Right.
The guy who shot him got released from jail because
nobody
a
cared.
petition was signed saying you have to release him
7,000 signers or something like that. Yeah.
Also, should we touch on Dick Little's hitting on scenes?
He was hilarious. Ladies' man in this movie.
Total
Ladies' man and a children's man, apparently.
Oh,
that scene was horribly uncomfortable.
I know we all wrote down that pickup line of you're supposed to cover a woman with your body when she's on fire, rolling around for her life.
Yeah.
I'll keep that one. That's a keeper.
You got that in the memory
works.
banks.
Classic Dick Little.
You got the nicest shaved limbs I've ever seen.
Classic.
Disturbing.
Really bizarre.
Yeah, we'll have to save those for a later point.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll try those out and we'll get back to you and see how they work.
Yeah.
I also the shootout between Jeremy Renner and Sam Rockwell and the boys.
I almost
What the
forgot
hell
about
was
that.
like? That was intense as shit.
Yeah.
It was also kind of funny. It was like a mixed emotion when Rockwell dives out the window.
That was a good dive.
12 shots
form.
fired.
Immediately beams out a window.
Yeah.
Just
He's like, I'm out of here, guys.
the worst gun I've ever seen.
Worst shootout I've ever seen.
Jams,
Point blank,
blanks.
just
12
jamming.
shots fired. 2 feet away from each other. And they each only get hit once.
And then Bob just like blows Renner back of the head.
Yeah.
Oh,
That really bummed me out.
I jumped. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
It was nice.
He got it pretty good in that, for sure.
And again, Bob is just like reveling in it. He
Coward
just feels
again.
like the man.
Shooting again. Someone in the back of the head again.
Yeah.
Right? It's a coward.
And like the foreshadowing of like when Jesse James is in the tub and he sneaks up behind him.
Yeah.
And he's like, thought used to be no one couldn't sneak up on Jesse James. I was like, what the fuck? Serial killer.
Yeah, there's a lot of like cool lines that like allude to things that like they could mean one thing or they could mean something else. Like there's a scene just before Jesse gives Bob a gun as a present. He says, "You're going to break a lot of hearts." You could read that as either being, when you shoot me, you're going to like depress a lot of people, or you're like a young, good-looking guy. You're going to break a lot of like girls' hearts growing up and stuff, right? Either way, depends on how you want to view it. There's just a lot of like subtle undertones in this movie that you catch up on when you watch it.
Did he kill him with the gun?
Yeah.
Broke his heart, that's for sure.
Ruthless.
But yeah, any other things you want to point out?
Just searching through the memory files, trying to remember. I think there may be one more. I'm not sure.
I kind of when I saw Brad Pitt in that jacket that you mentioned earlier, like the Grim Reaper, kind of reminded me of Ben Mendelsohn in Slow West. Like
me too. That was the first thing
big
I thought.
Yeah, big fur jacket.
When he's on the ice, the really big one. Pimp mode.
Yeah.
And he's shooting through the ice, which is a funny scene. Sam Rockwell like trying not to care.
Yeah.
Again,
that scene, the cinematography in that scene too.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
You can see the influence, and I loved how there's the snow scenes. I love snow in westerns, and we'll get to see more of that later this year.
Roger
with the
Deakins
Hateful Eight.
knows how to
for
shoot a snow scene. Like it was just
Does he ever?
every single one.
Shot Fargo.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah,
There you
gorgeous.
I think the train scene is my favorite scene in the movie.
That's probably one of the best scenes in the movie.
The score, the way the cinematography was, it was like a beautiful like piece of art.
Yeah, and you get a real sense of like Jesse James's character in that scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Where like he's going to shoot this guy, and then he gets pissed when like his own teammates like don't shoot him. He's just like, don't tell me what I can and cannot do, Ed. He just looks livid that someone would like dare to tell him not to do something.
Yeah.
Was that a little Tim's Bits, Brad Pitt?
That's a little Brad Pitt right there.
Damn.
Wow.
I just slipped in so
That was very subtle. It's right in there.
People will think you just edited in a soundbite
Yeah.
of Brad Pitt. They won't even tell. Also, the Jeremy Renner shootout scene reminded me of the hotel scene in No Country for Old Men when Josh Brolin's
like,
waiting and the doorknob flies off at Josh Brolin and then he goes out the window.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, just very similar. And obviously Deakins shot
same.
both.
in the same year.
Same
Same
year.
year.
Yeah.
I think that was the thing that did this movie in, like No Country and There Will Be Blood coming out the same year.
Definitely.
That really fucked it.
Yeah.
It's too bad. I'm sorry,
luck.
Tim.
Bad-
Maybe it
bad
could
luck
have
for that.
It could have gotten Best Picture
I'm not bothered by it.
nomination.
Tim, I'm
You
going to
say
make an
that,
award. I'm
but
going to make an
you-
award and give it to him, okay?
You look
I'm
like
not
you're gonna
bothered by
cry.
it.
Fine.
He's choking back tears.
It's okay, guys. Stop it too.
No, overall, I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Would you
thank
really
you.
recommend this?
I
We would
really
really
recommend it.
recommend it.
I think
yeah.
all of Reels.
I'm glad our first one was not
Yeah.
a big kaputs.
a big stink
Big
bomb,
stick bomb.
and we all didn't turn on you.
Yeah.
Get the pitchforks.
But yeah, with that, I think that'll wrap our inaugural episode of Real Recommends. We are recommending The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. You guys should definitely check that out. And yeah.
You can follow us on Twitter at UpRealLate. You can follow us on our website at upreallatepodcast.wordpress.com, and you can follow myself at UpRealTim on Letterboxd. There's a real with 2 E's.
You can follow me on Twitter at Mogi6, MOGEY6, and I will be on Letterboxd soon.
You better be. You keep saying it.
Showcasing all 12 movies.
Well, 13 now.
13 now.
13 now, Tim. Okay, don't...
We'll keep a look out for Upreal Tie.
Yeah,
On
Upreal Tie,
Letterboxd.
it will happen.
Adam?
You can follow me on Twitter at Franey25. That's FRANEY25. I'm also on Letterboxd at UprealAdam. Real spelled like a movie reel with 2 E's.
And yeah, you can follow me, Scott, on Twitter at S_Ellis71 and on Letterboxd at UprealScott. So yeah, thanks again, guys, for tuning in.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Keep it
Thanks,
real.
guys.